So today we're going to be talking about a few ways that you can really support your administrative professional this week. And let me just give you a hint, it's not going to be flowers or cards or candy. It's going to be a seat at the table. Hey y'all, it is Melissa Peoples with Admin Gurus. So today is the beginning of Administrative Professionals Week 2019. And so I wanted to share a quick video. So to all my administrative professionals out there, big kudos to you. Although this video is not for you, it is for your executives. So please feel free to share. So let's talk about this. So most people, when they think of administrative professional in their mind, they see a secretary in 1950, right? And that truthfully is where our profession has evolved from, but it has evolved, and that is no longer what we do, and that is not how we provide value in 2019. The problem is that mindsets are really stuck there, and people really think that's all that we do. That the basic four, expenses and travel and, booking a car for you and those things, that's all great and important, but that's really the basic foundations of what we do. And really where we drive impact is, we have access that other people don't have, we have influence that other people don't have, and we have a voice with our executives that other people don't have. And it is a really underutilized voice. So I would like for you to put yourself in your admin's shoes for a minute. Imagine that you're a woman who works in a function that supports predominantly men. And imagine if those men thought it was your job to bring them coffee. Imagine that you walk into a meeting expecting to be a participant, and you're told, oh, admins aren't needed in this meeting. Imagine you go into a meeting and you're just expected to take notes. That you're not there because you have ideas or information that you'd like to share or strategies, but your voice is just not heard. Imagine that you're refused for training and education because it's not needed. Imagine that your boss refused to give you 30 minutes of their time once a week or twice a month or even monthly because they don't see the value in meeting with you. Imagine that you are seen by a subordinate to everyone and not a peer. Imagine that you are expected to plan an offsite with all the wonderful components and dinner and team building events, but you weren't invited to your own team offsite. Put yourself in that place for a minute and imagine how that must feel. And that is exactly how administrative professionals feel across the globe. As much as we want to think that we've progressed in our profession, we have, but the number of people who still see us as that secretary is overwhelmingly large. And so many administrative professionals are overwhelmed. They're not valued. They're frustrated. They feel like they have nowhere to go in their role. And truthfully, a lot of executives and partners don't give them the time of day. What would your work life look like if no one respected your time and that you have deliverables and priorities and that everyone thought it was okay to drop by your desk? The famous statement is, I don't mean to bother you, but. Now imagine 30 people stopping by your desk and saying that same phrase every single day. How much work would you actually get done, right? The whole purpose of today's video is to shed light on our profession and what we do. So I wanted to give you a couple ways how you can really support your administrative professional this week outside of the gifts and the flowers and the thank you cards. So number one, it's going to be evaluate yourself. When was the last time you sat down for a one-on-one with your admin? How often are you giving them time? Are you expecting them to do things and to deliver on items, but you're not giving them any context or information behind the scenes? When you do meet with them, is it strategic or is it just tactical? Are you taking the opportunity to listen to what they have to say? How do you value them in their role? Do you see them as a business partner, or do you see them as a task master? Number 2, educate yourself. Take a few minutes and go look on LinkedIn and go search for training for your admin. Just out of curiosity, go look and see what's out there. And then really ask yourself, if they come to me and ask for training, what am I going to say? Is it an automatic yes? Do you say automatically to anyone else who says, hey, I think that this training would really benefit us, and I think it would really benefit me and my career, and I'd like to bring it back to the table and teach the team to do A, B, or C. Would you automatically say yes to them but not automatically say yes to your admin? There is so much work that goes into encouraging administrative professionals, because every day we're treated as if we're not a valued part of the team. And it's not just in the US, it's literally everywhere around the globe. It is the same theme for the profession. So clearly that shows it's a systemic issue, right? So go educate yourself and figure out, how can I help my admin in her career? Like, the flowers are great, but how do I give them a seat at the table? Do I give them a seat at the table? And if I don't, can you commit to doing that? And number 3 is take them to lunch. Now, you might look at me and say, I do that all the time, or wow, I've never really taken them to lunch. But what I'd like you to do is to take them to lunch and just listen. Hear what they have to say. Ask them about the business. What would they like to do? Is there any ideas that they have that you could implement in the business? Like, talk to them about their thoughts, their ideas in their profession, and then ask them what they'd like to do and how you can help them get there. Trust me that your EA will appreciate that way more than the flowers and the thank you cards. So 1, evaluate yourself. 2, educate yourself. And 3, take them to lunch and talk to them about their professional development for the whole time.